Now that we have our rooms being displayed on our index page from our database and they are no longer static, that is, they are dynamic, we also want to create a page where we would keep all the rooms there. Now, the rooms that we have here might not necessarily be all the rooms we have on our database. We might just put a few. And um to do that, what you just have to do is to go to your views and carry out a little bit of slicing. So here that we put in our query, we're just going to do something like this and put, if I want just one, I can do this. Sorry, it's meant to be colon. Then I will just save that. Then if I go back to my page, I'll see just one. So yeah, we can just do that. We can make it three. But now imagine we have more than that. We have a number of probably like 15, 20 rooms. We don't want to put everything on our index page, right? We want to put just few of it in our index page. Then we can now put all the rooms in another page called rooms, where we can click here and we see the rooms, or you can click on the button in your carousel, it takes you to the rooms. How are we going to do that? The first thing we're going to do is to create a view for that page, and we create a URL, the template, then we carry out our query, right? So we're just going to do that real quick. We'll go to our views.py and create a view. So we'll say div rooms request. Then return render, pass in request, then the name of the file, which is rooms.html. So we can see it here. Room, actually. Thank God I checked that, because if I put rooms, then I'm going to get an error. So, and just in case you have an error like that, when you see template does not exist, or you will know that it's either you put in the wrong name, or the file name you are putting there does not exist in your templates file. But let's just continue. So now that I've created a view, I will go and create a URL for that page. So I'll come here, path, then the name that I can say rooms, then I will pass in the views dot rooms, then I can give it a name. This is the name of the URL. I'll give it room. So I can save that. Okay, I can save it. Then I will go to so I'll save that, and I'll go to my templates to carry out a little bit of template inheritance, right? So I'll come in here. As I can see here, it's still um the normal without the old static. We've not loaded static, we've not done anything on this page. It's so fresh. So I'm going to do the same thing I did in template inheritance again, so we can try that. So the first thing I'll do is to remove everything that is just specific to this page. That is, I'm going to remove the carousel, I'm going to remove the footer, and so on. I'm going to remove the navigation bar. Then I'm going to just come to this page, the page header, the booking start, the room start. I don't think is testimonial needed. I think testimonial is also, so I'm just going to take that too. I'm going to remove every one of it. I'm just going to keep it somewhere. So I'm going to Control X. I'm going to highlight the rest and clear it out. Then, just because we've done this multiple times and multiple times, I'm going to go to my index, and I'm going to copy out what I did in my index. Everything here. I'm going to copy it, Control. But what I cut, I have not kept it somewhere. I might lose it. So I'm going to keep it in this empty file. So I'll go back to my index, and I'm going to copy that. going to copy that, Control C, and I'm going to go to my room and paste that. Then I can just change this to room. Then I'm going to end block for the content. Then everything else, I will pass it in between this. I will go back and get my content and put it here. I'm going to save that. So now, when I go back to my browser and I pass in /app/rooms, it will take me to this page. You can see we have everything working perfectly. But as we can see, the reason why the images are not showing is because we've not loaded static. What I'm saying is this. So I'll go to where the images are. Each of those images, I'm going to just load static real quick. I'm going to save that. So now my images are showing. But as we can see, everything here they are static. If you can look in here, junior suit is written here in our HTML. You see it here. You can see everything, executive suit. What we want is the same thing. We want to get the rooms that as we stored in the database and want to display it here in our front end. So that is when we have to do what? Query the data set. So since we already have we have some data in our database, I'm just going to go back to my views to do that. So I'll go to my room. Since I'm working on the room page, the room views, I will carry out my query in the room views. So I'll come back here and I'll say, I can give it enter, I can call it rooms and equals to the name of the table I'm working with, that is room. Room is, if you go to your model, remember model table there is called room dot object. I want to do was want to get all of it. Then we're going to put our dictionary here. The key here, I will call it rooms, and the value will be the variable holding this query called rooms. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go back to my, since I want to display whatever query I have done, I want to display the results here, right? So what I'm going to do is exactly what I did before. You close out, since we have 6 static containers here, or 6 static columns here, sorry. I'm going to close them up, and we're going to use just one for the styling, and we're going to look through what we already have in our database and put it in each of those columns. So this is what I mean. So look at your styling very well. We're going to go to each of them. So this is one room, this is a column, this is another column, this is another column, this is another column, this is another column, and this is another column. So we can see they are all static, right? So I'm going to clear out the rest and leave just one. So I will wrap my operation around that one. I'm going to carry out a for operation, that is for looping, right? But I'm also going to put an if statement just to check if there's even a property, if there's a room, sorry, in my database, show this, else you can put other things you get. So I'm going to do this for the operation. I close that. For the operation, you put a curly braces and the percentage sign, right? Then I'm going to put if rooms here is the key of your dictionary. Then we're going to end if. A good practice is always to end your if. So end if. Then we're going to carry out that for operation. After, we're going to wrap the for with the if statement. So we're going to say for room in rooms. Then we're going to end for two. Please do not forget to end this operation, or else you will get an error. And if you do, please know how to, this is how you fix it. You end the operation. Now we have that. If I go back to my code, I would see just three. Even if those three have the same context of what is here, they have static context, junior C, junior C, junior C. But those are not the name. I have just three I have just three rooms in my database. But now I want to make it the context of those rooms, right? So I will go into each of these. Instead of junior suit, it won't be junior suit this time. It will not be room dot name. Name is the field, right? Then this will be double. This will be, it's always double curly braces, as you can see. It will be room dot image. Then what else? I think what we have here is room dot description. Room dot description, and so on and so forth. And every other thing we did in the first view. You can see the names now: Odogu Deluxe, Honeymoon, Evan, Senior Luxury, what we have in our database. So for me to be sure about this, I will go back to my um models and look for this. Okay, image, description, yes, the price. So I'm going to go back to my rooms and I'm going to put in each of these. So room dot image dot sorry dot URL. I now know my image was not showing. So we can see that. And basically every other thing you can check if Wi-Fi is available. So you can say if room dot Wi-Fi, show that room dot number of birds for the number of bed, number of bath for number of bath, and everything will show you the rooms, the different rooms you have stored in your database. And if you want it, if you want to change the, or there's another method you can use. There's a method for, you want to order it. That is, we use the dot order by. Then what do you want to order by? I want to order by the time it was created, right? I would put in minus created. I'm going to save. When I reload the page, it will be arranged the way it was created. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand this very well and you can try it on your own. Everything here is just the same thing we did in our index page. We are just doing the same thing in this rooms page. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.